Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved. Niccolo Machiavelli, your emotions are not mere feelings. They are legions, each one a soldier at your command or a saboteur at your peril. Every impulse is a potential rebellion, every unchecked reaction a breach in your defenses. To master yourself is to become the sovereign of your inner realm, to wield your emotions as tools of power rather than forces of chaos. The battlefield is not always a distant land, often it is within. Each day you face skirmishes with your own impulses, anger, fear, pride, envy. These emotions, if left unchecked, can dismantle your empire from within. But if you learn to command them, they become your most formidable allies. Consider the fate of leaders who faltered due to emotional missteps. In ancient Rome, Emperor Nero's erratic behavior and emotional instability led to his downfall. His inability to control his impulses alienated allies and incited rebellion, culminating in his suicide and the end of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. In contrast, leaders like Julius Caesar mastered their emotions, using calculated restraint and strategic displays of power to maintain control and command loyalty. In your own life, how often have you lost ground due to a moment of unchecked emotion? A sharp word in anger, a decision made in haste, a fear unaddressed. Each is a battle lost, a piece of your empire surrendered, but victory is within reach. By recognizing these moments as they arise, you can choose to respond with discipline and strategy, turning potential defeats into triumphs. The first step is awareness. Recognize the signs of emotional upheaval before they escalate. Pause, assess, and decide. In that moment, you are the commander, not the pawn. Your emotions are not your enemies, they are your soldiers. Command them with. Only then can you ensure that your decisions are made with clarity and purpose. Finally, you must fortify your castle. A kingdom without walls is vulnerable to invasion. A mind without discipline is susceptible to chaos. Establish routines that reinforce your sovereignty. Engage in practices that strengthen your resolve. Journaling to clarify your intentions, meditation to center your thoughts, and self-reflection to assess your actions. These are the battlements that protect your throne, the structures that ensure your reign remains unchallenged. Remember, the mind is the throne. To master it is to master your destiny. Neglect it, and you risk losing your empire to the forces of chaos. But with vigilance, discipline, and fortitude, you can rule your inner realm with unwavering authority. I am the ruler of my mind. It does not rule me. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Niccolo Machiavelli, your mind is your kingdom. Every thought, every impulse is a subject in your court. Allowing them to act without your command is treason. To rule yourself is to establish dominion over your inner realm. Imagine your thoughts as ministers. Some are wise, guiding you toward prosperity. Others are spies, sowing discord and doubt. As a ruler, you must discern who serves your interests and who conspires against you. This is the art of mental sovereignty. Begin by observing your thoughts. Awareness is the first step to control. Like a king surveying his lands, you must know your domain. This vigilance allows you to identify threats before they become insurrections. Next, exile weakness. Identify patterns of self-sabotage and remove them ruthlessly, just as a monarch would purge disloyal courtiers. You must eliminate thoughts that undermine your authority. This is not cruelty. It's necessary for the health of your regime. And when the time comes to act, you strike with impact. You do not react impulsively. You respond decisively. You turn stillness into tactical advantage, using your calm to overwhelm your adversaries. Your throne awaits. But to claim it, you must rule yourself first. Master your emotions, control your thoughts, and you will command your destiny. I am the master of my mind. My mind is not the master of me. If an injury is to be inflicted on a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. Niccolo Machiavelli, your mind is a kingdom, and your thoughts are its ministers. Yet many of these ministers conspire against you, sowing seeds of doubt, fear, and hesitation. To rule yourself, you must first purge these traitors. Machiavelli, Quote, counsel to rulers was clear. If an injury is to be inflicted on a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. This principle applies not only to external adversaries, but also to the internal saboteurs within your psyche. These are the habits, beliefs, and attachments that weaken your resolve and undermine your sovereignty. To eliminate these internal threats, you must act decisively. Identify the habits that drain your energy, the beliefs that limit your potential, and the attachments that tether you to mediocrity. Then, execute a strategic purge. This act of ruthless elimination is not an act of cruelty, but of self-preservation. Just as a ruler must sometimes eliminate rivals to secure his throne, you must remove the elements within yourself that threaten your reign. But the purge does not end with internal enemies. Your allies, too, must be scrutinized. In Machiavelli's view, men should be either treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries. For heavy ones, they cannot. This harsh truth underscores the importance of discerning which relationships serve your. In a world where perception shapes reality, mastering the art of emotional disguise is not just strategic, it is essential. Consider the predator in the wild. It does not announce its presence with loud roars or frantic movements. It moves with calculated silence, its emotions masked, its intentions hidden. This stillness is not weakness, it is strength in its purest form. It is the calm before the strike, the quiet that precedes the kill. In your life, this stillness is your greatest asset. When others react impulsively, you remain composed. When chaos erupts, you observe. Your emotions are not on display. They are controlled, concealed, and calculated. This control is not a denial of emotion, but a strategic choice to wield it only when it serves your purpose. Your presence speaks louder than words. Every gesture, every tone, every decision broadcasts your authority. You do not need to shout to be heard. Your silence commands attention. Your calmness in the face of adversity signals strength. Your measured responses indicate control. In a world filled with noise, your quietude is your declaration of dominance. To master this art, begin by observing. Notice how others react to situations. Understand the triggers that elicit emotional responses. Then, choose your responses deliberately. Do not be swayed by external events. Instead, let your internal state dictate your actions. This is not manipulation. This is mastery. Remember, power is not just about what you do. It is about how you are perceived doing it. Your emotional control, your ability to remain composed, your presence. These are the tools that shape how the world sees you. And how the world sees you is how the world treats you. So, wear your mask with pride. Let it be a reflection of your inner strength, your strategic mind, and your unwavering control. In the theater of power, you are both the actor and the AU. What mask are you wearing today? Is it one of strength and authority, or one of doubt and insecurity? The choice is yours. Choose wisely, for the mask you wear shapes the world's perception of you. Remember, your emotional poise is your armor, your controlled deception your strategy, and your presence your weapon. Wear them well, and you will command the world. I am calm before the storm. My presence is my power. Make mistakes of ambition and not mistakes of sloth. Niccolò Machiavelli. You are not a passive observer in this world. You are a sovereign in your own right, and the battlefield lies within. Your emotions are not mere reactions. They are predators, hungry and relentless. But you are the master of the hunt. The wolf within you thrives on purpose, discipline, and direction. Feed it ambition, and it becomes a force of nature. Starve it with fear, jealousy, and distraction, and it weakens, leaving you vulnerable. Your hunger is your power. Channel it. Let your ambition be the fuel that drives you forward, not the chaos that consumes you. Every moment of doubt, every whisper of insecurity is an opportunity to assert control. Strike swiftly and decisively. Remember, the alpha does not dominate by brute force alone, but by constant vigilance and calculated feeding. Nourish your strengths, eliminate your weaknesses, and lead with unwavering confidence. Your throne awaits, but it is not given, it is taken. Rise. Feed the wolf within, and claim your destiny. I am the master of my hunger. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. Niccolo Machiavelli, you are on a battlefield not drawn on maps, not waged with swords, but carved in the mind. Life is a chessboard, and every emotion you harbor, every impulse you entertain, is a piece positioned for war. The pawns of fear, envy, and doubt scuttle across your psyche, seeking to disroot. Your first decree is to recognize that this is not a rehearsal. Today, you move your queen, advance your rook, position your bishop. You decide what is vital and what is expendable. Every sacrifice, every strategic retreat, every calculated risk consolidates your power. There is no hesitation in a throne seized. There is no doubt in a kingdom commanded. The march begins not at some abstract tomorrow, but now. With each decision, with each action that reinforces your strategic positioning, you affirm your sovereignty. Feed the disciplined wolf within, starve weakness, and move with the precision of a master tactician. Do not wait for permission. Do not consult fear. Act decisively. The board will not wait for you to feel ready. Every moment wasted is an advantage ceded to others less scrupulous, less prepared, less relentless. When you have internalized this truth, when your moves are deliberate, your sacrifices deliberate, and your anticipation relentless, you hold absolute command over your empire. Your emotions obey, your relationships serve, and your throne stands unshakable. No adversary can approach without you already predicting the strike. No distraction can enter without first passing through your calculated defenses. You are both player and king, strategist and executioner. Repeat this mantra and feel it root deep in your spine. I move with precision. I sacrifice with purpose. I claim my throne. Every thought, every action, every decision from this moment is a piece advancing across the chessboard of life. Victory is no longer a possibility. It is inevitable. Men rise from one habit to another, and the strongest chains are forged by repetition. Niccolo Machiavelli, your will is not given. It is earned in the fire of ritual. Each day is a battlefield, and the most lethal weapon you possess is your own disciplined mind. Without structure, the enemy of chaos. Every emotional storm is met with strategic calm. Just as Roman generals relied on decades of drills to maintain order amidst battlefield fury, you rely on ritual to ensure that no attack, internal or external, can destabilize your throne. Habits become shields, instincts become swords, and discipline becomes sovereignty. Your first decree is to commit today. Begin the ritual that cements dominance. Do not negotiate with excuses. Do not postpone the forging of your will. Discipline is not abstract. It is tangible, a series of deliberate actions that ripple into every corner of your life. The march begins at dawn, with your body rising before distraction, your mind sharpening against chaos, your will affirming its command over the empire of your life. Act now. Every repetition strengthens the fortress of your mind. Every small victory over hesitation, over weakness, over distraction, compounds into unassailable power. Your throne is not a distant aspiration. It is built in the everyday drills, the habitual strikes against disorder, the relentless commitment to mastery. Carry this mantra into the battle of your life. I sharpen my will. I built my fortress. I command my empire. Your sword is forged, your mind is armored, your throne awaits, and today you ascend. Whosoever wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Niccolo Machiavelli. To become untouchable is to ascend beyond the ordinary conflicts of life. It is the apex state of command where manipulation slides off your mind like arrows from polished armor, where distraction and fear dissolve before your presence. This is not a myth. It is a practice, a disciplined construction of will, perception, and strategy. You are no longer merely a participant in the battlefield of existence. You are its apex predator, its commanding general, its sovereign ruler. Invulnerability through command begins with mastery over yours. This state is not achieved overnight. It demands that you enact the daily decrees of sovereignty, that you execute the marches at dawn, that you feed the right impulses and starve the weak. It requires the rituals that forge iron will, the disciplined strikes against inner saboteurs, and the unflinching cultivation of presence. Every action, every habit, every decision compounds into a fortress of invulnerability. Others may try to breach it, but the empire of your mind, your decisions, your emotional sovereignty remains untouchable. The first decree is clear. Begin today. Decide to stop yielding to distraction, fear, and manipulation. Let every moment of indecision be replaced with deliberate command. The march begins now. Do not wait for permission from the world. Take it. Rule yourself first, and the rest will yield. Carry this mantra into every encounter, every engagement, every battlefield. I am untouchable. I command. I prevail. You are predator, king, and master. The battlefield recognizes it. Your throne awaits, and none can contest it. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Niccolo Machiavelli. This is the moment where all battles converge. The battlefield of the mind, the hunt of the predator, the strategy of the chessboard, the silence of the assassin. Every lesson you've endured, every ritual you've forged, every calculated strike against weakness, every disciplined feeding of desire, it all synthesizes into one ultimate form. You are no longer fragmented by doubt, chaos, or external influence. You are complete. You are the emperor of yourself. Synthesis of skills is your crown. The throne you have built through relentless self-command merges with the battlefield you have mastered through strategic patience. The assassin within, who neutralizes threats before they take root, aligns with the wolf that feeds. Today, the battlefield is your mind, your environment, your decisions. Sovereignty begins the moment you issue your first decree. The personal choice to stop surrendering to distraction and fear. The march begins at dawn, in action, in habit, in deliberate movement. And the mantra you carry into every encounter, every decision, every engagement, crystallizes all of this power into a single command. I am sovereign, I am untouchable, I am the empire. Rise and inhabit this final form. Let no chaos unsettle you, no manipulation sway you, no fear control you. The throne is not given, it is seized, and it is yours today. You are the emperor of yourself, your empire awaits, and the world bends to the command of the one who rules within. Whosoever wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Niccolo Machiavelli. The battlefield does not end when the sun sets. Your throne does not rest while you hesitate. Every day is a war zone, and the fight for your own mind is the campaign that defines all others. To command your empire is to recognize that every thought, every choice, every interaction is an opportunity to tighten your grip on sovereignty. This is not theory, it is strategy. The first decree is simple. Decide today that you will no longer be a pawn in your own life. Stop surrendering to distraction, to doubt, to the opinions of others. Stop feeding the chaos around you. You have drawn your line, and from this moment, you enforce it. Daily combat, as a habit, means seeing every interaction as a skirmish in the larger war for mastery. That meeting, that text, that impulse to scroll endlessly, they are all tests of your discipline. Each one you face with awareness, each one you conquer with calm precision, fortifies your position. The soldiers of your mind, attention, patience, and focus, must be deployed strategically, without hesitation. Imagine yourself as a general on a CAC. Legacy of mastery is invisible but undeniable. True power does not shout. It asserts itself quietly yet unrelentingly. Your disciplined choices ripple outward, shaping outcomes without anyone needing to witness your struggle. People may underestimate you, but they cannot ignore the effects of your sovereignty. Your empire is built silently, meticulously, one disciplined moment at a time. Every habit you cement, every emotional battle you win, every strategic action you take is a brick in a fortress that cannot be stormed. Your life becomes a testament to control, and the world bends subtly, inevitably, to the will of someone who has mastered themselves. This is the culmination of all previous lessons. The battlefield, the chessboard, the predator instincts, the assassin within, they all converge into a single, commanding force. You are no longer a participant in the chaos of life. You are the orchestrator. You rule not by fear or flash, but by presence, by discipline, by the unshakable certainty that your throne is yours because you earned it. Each day is your campaign, each choice a tactical maneuver. This is not the end. It is the daily enactment of sovereignty, the ongoing proof that mastery is a living, breathing empire within you. Command your empire. Begin today. Act decisively. Protect your mind, shape your world, and carry your mantra like a blade at your side. I am the commander of my emotions. Nothing outside may breach my walls.